What's up, everybody? Today I am going to be giving you a game review of a game called Riff. Now, before we get into all the facts about the game, I want to say that I am rating this game 1 to 10, and each point is a different topic. And I'm going to be using the Ben Gaming Game Playability Rating System. Kind of a mouthful. I'm still working on it, okay, guys? I might find a better name for it later. Anyway, let's dive into it. Point number one, price. So the price to buy Riff is $6, but you can try some of the game for free. Now it's not a huge section, but it is a good amount. I think $6 is extremely good. I think $6. I think Riff being $6 is reasonably priced, and we'll go into all the reasons why. But I definitely felt like I got what I paid for. But I feel like I should mention the price first, because if you don't want to spend money, then this is not a game for you. But I think $6 is a good price. Point number two, graphics. Riff has a very nice pixel art graphics. I think the enemies were designed in such a unique way. They look the same, but look different all at the same time. And so many levels have unique art. And it is really beautiful. I know, I bet there are people who don't like pixel art at all, but I love pixel art a lot. Um, or the pixel style. It just looks good. Point number three. Let's get into gameplay. So, gameplay for Riff, there's multiple different routes this could take. So, let's first off talk about the levels. Just playing them. So, levels, just playing a level, I think gameplay wise is very smooth. You build towers, you fight enemies. Simple as that. And the farther you get into the game, the more stuff you can unlock. Simple. But here's the thing though. Once you start going through the game, you can choose what stuff you want to unlock first. So in other games, you go to a new level and it just, well, I've played other tower defense games, and what I've seen them do is, oh, you reach this level, here's a new weapon to use. But with Riff, what you can do is you can travel to multiple different paths and choose what weapons you want to use next. Because you see a weapon, you're like, ooh, you see a tower, and you're like, ooh, that looks cool. Well, if you have enough prisms, which you earn prisms from beating levels, which use prisms to unlock new stuff. And if you have enough prisms, you can unlock what you want. But there are some times you have to unlock specific or towers or such to unlock a different level. They also later introduce upgrades and companions, which companions they come along with you and help you fight the bad guys. Then upgrades, it's very simple. You can upgrade towers. Um but I did feel like the gameplay got a little clunky with how the levels were, because how it worked was, oh, I go through, I just, originally I thought, oh, all I have to do is go up. And the higher I go up, the harder the levels get. Well, what they did was, when you got high enough, you would unlock other dimensions which is a copy of a level, but they just changed what monsters spawn. So I have to go all the way back down to play those levels, which are just pretty much a harder difficulty. And that felt kind of weird that it was introduced that way, just out of nowhere. But it does help you get more prisms to unlock new stuff. But I felt that was kind of weird how that was introduced. I kind of like it because it's definitely something I haven't seen before and is very unique. But if you're not paying attention, you can play a level. It just felt a little bit clunky. But also later in later in the game, when you get high enough, you can play the boss fight before you have a ton of towers, companions, and upgrades. You can play it, but you're most likely not going to win. But you can play the boss fight, and then it gives you 5 prisms. So I unlocked the boss fight. I played it multiple times, and I could not beat it. But it's very interesting that they have it so you can play the boss level without needing to unlock everything. But there's a reason for that. I'm going to explain that in a second. So later in the game, when you beat the boss fight, you unlock achievements or challenges, which all it does is, hey, go back and replay these levels, but you can't use this, this, or this, and you have to use this, and you get prisms. But here's the thing that doesn't make any sense, though. Once you unlock all the upgrades, companions, and towers, you're collecting prisms for no reason. I don't have to play every level to get all the upgrades, companions, and towers. So, and challenges or achievements, I can't remember what they're called, sorry. There's no point. I mean, unless you want to feel like you fully 100% the game, if that's what you want, fine. But I feel like they could have definitely done this in a lot better way. Now I understand why it's there. They want to keep people in the game after they beat the boss fight. I get that. But I feel like maybe the system should have been introduced a little bit earlier. So the prisms that you earn by completing these achievements or challenges can be used to unlock new towers, companions, or upgrades. But yeah, once you beat the boss fight, the game's pretty much done. You should have unlocked pretty much everything by then. And then you've unlocked everything, and the game's pretty much done. I think for the most part the gameplay was fine. I felt like progression was okay. I didn't feel like I had to sit there and grind or anything. Although there were some levels that took me like 2 hours to beat. But, which I mean, I guess that's fine. But anyway, moving on to the next point. Point number 4, quality. Now, quality is kind of hard to really put in here. So, the quality of the game. Well, what does that really mean? So, does it feel like it was rushed? Or does it feel like, oh, there's bugs, or that looks sloppy? So, I think the quality of this game is really good. I don't think anything was rushed. I think things were very well thought out. I don't think it was sloppy or anything. So, the quality is pretty good. Number 5, content. So content wise, Riff has tons of levels, a good amount of towers, companions, and upgrades that can keep you busy for multiple days. I played Riff for like 30 minutes a day for like a month. And so, hold on. Let me do some calculating really quick. So, I might have spent, I don't know if this is correct or not. I might have spent 37 point, I might have spent 37 and a half hours on this game. I don't know if that's math was done correctly or not. I really hope so. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not good at math. Yeah, I definitely spent a good and and for people who don't play it every day, well, it's gonna last you a long time. And if you go and try to beat all the achievement challenges, whatever, and all the levels, it's going to last even longer. So it's definitely got a lot of content. Now, point number 6, enjoyment. I really enjoyed this game. Whenever I couldn't beat a level, then beat it, it felt so rewarding. And each level was very different. Some levels were similar, but have a unique twist. I felt like every level was an adventure of its own, and it just felt good to play. And it also felt even better because it is so much better than any tower defense I've played so far. I actually have another one that I'm going to play at some point, but I don't want to play another tower defense game anytime soon because Riff kind of burned me out. Because I was trying to beat it as fast as possible to get this video done, which I have more facts about the process of making this video at the end of this video that you might want to listen to. Point number 7, music. Now, I love music. Some people don't. But I think the music of this game was pretty well done. I didn't fully really listen to the music, but for this game I was mostly focusing on gameplay. But what I heard, the music was very nice. Was very fitting for the game. I felt like it fit there. Some games they have music there, it's like, why is that there? But I felt like the music was very well crafted. It's kind of got that pixel sound in some of the parts of the music, which I really like. So they definitely did a good job on that. There were some parts, some songs that really got annoying because I think there's one song in there that just kept repeating the same like 5 second music clip for like a whole minute. If I'm remembering correctly, it got annoying. I think that was only for like one level, but there is an annoying music track in there that just constantly repeats like 5 seconds worth of the same clip. That was the only annoying music, so they did a really good job on that. Point number 8, dopamine. So I wanted to find a really good word for this point, and I just decided to choose dopamine. What is dopamine? Well, it's something that your brain produces that makes you feel good. If I remember my health class correctly, um, which I don't really remember anything about that class. But, so did this game make me feel something? Yes, it did. It made me feel happy, it made me feel mad, it made me feel glad, and it made me feel sad. There were times where I wanted to throw my iPad across the room, but I didn't because I love my iPad. I don't want to do that. It's very expensive. And I cannot afford a new one. but but yeah, it was whenever I beat a level, I felt like I accomplished something. But there was a point where you would think you would be feeling better. So, for the boss fight, at least for me, it didn't feel enjoyable. It didn't feel like I really completed anything. I mean, when I defeated the boss, I'm like, oh, finally I defeated the boss. But then the effects pretty much were just done. And I didn't feel rewarded at all because there were still multiple other things that you could do but have no point. So that kind of just disappointed me. So that kind of got rid of the I won effect. But it definitely made me feel something, made me feel a lot of emotions, a lot of enjoy, a lot of joy, and a lot of anger. A lot of anger and a lot of joy. But I think they did a good job. Did it make point number 9? Did it want me to come back to the game? With Riff, it made me want to come back to the game every single day. I wanted to play Riff for at least like 25 to 30 minutes, mostly around the 30 minutes. It was just fun. It made me want to get back and play Riff until I kept losing one level, so I just played Minecraft for a whole day instead of doing Riff. But oh, there was one day that instead of playing Rift I did play Minecraft because I just needed a break. But then after playing Minecraft, I went back and played Rift for a little bit, but only for like a couple minutes. I was not in the mood for Rift. But this game did want me. This game did make me feel like I wanted to come back to the game. No, this game, I did want to go back to the game every single day because it was just so exciting and enjoying. But now that I've beaten the boss and I have everything unlocked, I don't want to go back to the game. This leads into the next point. Point number 10, longevity. That's an interesting word. I don't actually use that in my vocabulary. I just say it lasts a long time or something. I don't know. I don't use big words. I use little ones. Anyway, so with this game, do I actually want to go back? Let's say a year from now. I'm on my iPad. I look at my games and I see Riff. Will it make me want to go back to that game? Is there anything that makes me want to go back to that game? Well, the answer, for me at least, is no. Hello guys. I don't mean to interrupt, but I actually was recording for like 20 more minutes and I found out my mic was dead the entire time. So, I am very mad that I've wasted 20 minutes. It was very unfortunate that my mic died. There was no indication of it being dead, but now I know I need to check my mic every once in a while to see if that little green dot is on. And when I went to check my recording, there was no audio, which makes me really, really mad. So, let's quickly finish this video. Now let's talk about Riff's Ben Gaming game playability rating score. So we are going to mention what Riff gets a point for. It gets a point for price, graphics, gameplay, quality, content, enjoyment, music, dopamine, go back to the game. But it does not get a point to longevity. So
the score is 9 out of 10, which is really good. So I think if you get Riff, you will not be disappointed. I mean, you might be disappointed. I mean, it might not be your style, but anywho, if you made it to the end of this video, I just want to say thank you so much. And please like and subscribe. And if you subscribe, I'll say thank you so much. It means a lot to me seeing people liking my hobby. And it's just really cool that I'm able to do this. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. And I'm just going to quickly mention a little background information about the process of making this video. This video took a ridiculous amount of time to make. I recorded hours and hours and hours of gameplay. I was originally going to make this like a gameplay series. It was going to be like a 2-month-long series or something. Pretty crazy, right? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.